Hello everyone, today we'll be discussing about cancer. I hope you all are well aware with the word cancer. You all know that our body is made up of many types of cells. These cells grow and divide in a controlled way to replace the old cell or the dead cells. Fine, when this cell growth gets abnormal or this process goes wrong, the normal cells undergo mutation to produce abnormal cancer cells. Fine, and that forms tumor, which is cancerous. So this is the data which shows the new cases, the estimated new cases in 2015, and you can see the death rates also. You can see there is a very high death rate in lungs and bronchus cancer. Fine. Coming to tumors, what are actually tumors? Tumors are actually abnormal mass that results because cells divide very rapidly and they don't die. Fine. Tumors are of two types, benign and malignant. Now, benign are not cancerous means they are not considered as cancer and they doesn't show metastasis. Now, what metastasis is? Metastasis means they don't have the ability to invade to other tissues of the body or other cells of the body. While malignant tissues are cancerous and they show metastasis means they have the ability to move to the other parts of the body too. Now, types of cancer. There are actually more than 100 types of cancer, but cancers can be grouped in broader categories, which are these. First of all is carcinoma. It is a cancer that begins in cells, skin, or tissues that line the or cover the internal organs. Next is sarcoma. It is a cancer that can begin in bone, cartilage, fat, muscle. Leukemia is a cancer that begins in blood forming tissues or bone marrow, blood, RBCs like that. Lymphoma and myeloma, these are the cancers that begin in the cells of the immune system. CNS cancers, central nervous system cancers, these begins in the tissue of brain and spinal cord. Now here you can see the most common type of cancer: breast cancer, prostate cancer, lung cancer, which is common in more in females rather than males. Colon cancer is common in both males and females. Now, diagnosis of cancer. First of all, it's medical history and physical history. Medical and physical history involve what the patient is facing, what the problem the patient is facing. It can be acidity, pain, or it can be anything that the patient is facing that is making a problem. Next is evaluation for tumor markers. These are some tumor markers. AFP, which is alpha fetoprotein. It is a protein which is found in the fetus of the developing baby. It is found in the developing baby, liver of the developing baby, and BRCA, CA is carcinoembryonic antigen. It is produced in the GI tract during the fetal development in a pregnant woman. So we should not confuse them with cancer in a pregnant lady. These all have a higher value than it should. Next is cytological studies. It involves the blood studies, uh, whatever the counts are. Tumor biopsies. It includes the fluids, sputum, tissues. These all kind of assays. Imaging studies include X-rays, CT scans, MRIs. Staging, it is actually done for the tumor size only. Coming to carcinogenesis, it is a biological process where the normal cells are transformed into cancerous cells, as we have already studied. So there are three phases. What are they? We'll study. So first of all is initiation. What this initiation means when the normal cells are exposed to chemicals, these cells get initiated, or the DNA of these cells get altered and the cells are initiated. These are the initiated cells. Now, initiated cells alone cannot do anything until they are promoted. Fine. If they are exposed to more chemicals, then these cells will be promoted and they will proliferate more and more, and they lead to promotion. When they lead to promotion, it is quite impossible to reverse the situation. Only the initiation step is the step where the situation can be reversed, otherwise it can't be reversed. So after promotion, if further proliferation takes place, the tumor formation will takes place. As you can see, the tumor formation has been takes place and it is a cancer. Now carcinogens are actually substance that may or that has the ability to induce cancer. First of all, the physical carcinogens. These are the rays such as ultraviolet or ionizing radiation. Chemical carcinogens are maybe tobacco, aflatoxin, arsenic, like that. Biological carcinogens can be viruses like hepatitis B or HIV, bacteria like Helicobacter pylori, all these. Now, factors inhibiting carcinogens, factors that may stop carcinogens. These are antioxidants. Antioxidants like vitamin A, C, they actually harm the free radicals which may affect our body. Phytochemicals like carotenoids, flavonoids, indoles, these are all are actually present in we can say our fruits, vegetables, yellow, orange. Now, factor enhancing carcinogens, these are the factors that enhance carcinogenesis. So, during the process, first of all, the formation of dietary carcinogen. Now, during the process of grilling, broiling, smoking of meats, the dietary carcinogens takes place. Fine. Next is formation of N-nitroso compounds. The nitrate or nitrite which is present in tobacco or smoke, when it is consumed, it is converted into nitrites, and which further uh, with amines or amides produce N-nitroso compounds. Mycotoxin, these are the toxin which are produced by infestation with molds. Tea and coffee actually uh, initiate, or we can initiate mutagenic effect. Alcohol obviously it is a carcinogen which is actually very effective in enhancing carcinogenesis. Coming to cancer therapies, chemotherapy, first of all, chemotherapy, it includes the use of medications or chemical agents. Fine. Uh, these not only affect the cancerous cells but also affects the non-cancerous cells or the normal growing cells in the body. That is why there are many side effects like hair loss, or we can say anemia, because it also affects the normal growing cells of the body. It doesn't only target to the tumor cell or cancer cell, but also target to the all the normal cells that are growing. Now coming to immunotherapy are actually, these are the these are actually the biological response modifiers. Fine, these the immunotherapy uses immune system, the body's immune system itself, to cure the disease by itself. Radiation therapy, it involves treatment with high energy radiography. It can be done externally or internally, fine, from outside or inside the body. It actually shrinks the can not only the cancerous cells but also the cells surrounding the normal cells which are surrounded by the cancerous cell. Surgery, what happens in surgery, it is the removal of any part of our body which is actually affected. Now side effects, like there are many side effects of these therapies, like less muscles and motor skill, nausea, vomiting, which is very common, loss of appetite, GI distress, mouth sores. So guys, here is a complimentary picture for you guys. This is a cancerous cell or tumor which is actually stealing the blood from the patient's blood vessels. I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much.